What it do? It's your boy Jay Reese. We're gonna talk about YNW Melly case. We're gonna get to it. So YNW been locked up since 2019. The Florida native rapper. Since 2019, he blew up off SoundCloud doing songs with the great Kanye West. Yay himself, Jesus Walk. He been doing records with him. In February 2019, he was arrested. YNW Melly and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He said him and another rapper. YNW Portland killed two of their friends, staged a crime scene that looked like a drive-by shooting. The gravely serious case came as Melly, who was born Jamil Demons in the midst of an upward career trajectory. A month before his arrest, 19-year-old from a small South Florida community of Gifford released We All Shine, a mixtape featuring Kanye West, and his biggest hit, the chilling 2017 Murder on My Mind, had just gold. So in 2017, this man released a song, Murder on My Mind. How demonic, satanic, how evil, this evil ballad this man made for him to do something like this. Something so diabolical and sinister. Murder on My Mind. Hey man, they say music is a reflection of people and what they think. It's the soundtrack of people's lives. So for him to write that song, Murder on My Mind, he was inspired by true life events to do this. I didn't like the song. That song was just way too satanic. It was evil. I'm like, whoa, this shit is chilling. Like, I can't believe people really bumped it. I got murder on my mind. Like, where's the love at? This hate, this envy. What kind of hatred or animosity somebody got to have to do some shit like this? This is some envious shit right here, man. He just blew up out of nowhere, man. He definitely was on the upward spiral right now with this. His video for it came out in 2017. It has already 536 million views, already 500 million, and it shows his friend, somebody getting shot and killed. Like, this is some sick shit right here. You know, this is some real sick shit right here, man. I don't get it. This is disgusting. But he is from Florida. Florida got some of the craziest people in the world. Florida and New York got some of the craziest motherfuckers in the world. And he's really with the shits. And it's sad that the community, we uphold shit like this. Killers, these murderers, and gangbangers, and thieves. We honor them. Going to prison and jail, throwing their life away, what they work hard for. These young black boys who throw their life away for bullshit. They go to prison like this is some type of, it's honorable or some shit. Like they get a Purple Heart or, you know, an award and accolade for doing this. Some type of achievement for being a real nigga and a killer. This man did right here. Him and his friend. This is sick right here. And his song is gold. Now it's 6 times multi-platinum. So he already got a platinum song behind bars right now. This is fucked up. Now 3 years later, his trial been set to begin on March 7th, but it's been delayed. He pleaded not guilty. Now he's 22 years old. He's worked with Young Thug, and both. It's funny, he did a song with Young Thug. Now him and Young Thug are both in prison right now. It's just amazing to me. 2 people he collaborated with is in prison, and one is just the media's crucifying right now. Kanye West himself. Jamil Maurice Demons is born. His mother was 14 years old when she got pregnant with him. She recalls YNW Melly documentary in 2018. She was in 9th grade when she gave birth. He does have a beautiful mother. My God, beautiful mom. And I think his mother having her so young, she didn't really experience life and know how to be a parent. Because I just feel like you feel like a parent. If your child become a murderer and just throw his life away in prison and be a gangbanger or whatever he was doing in these streets, I feel like you failed, man. I feel like when his mother had these kids so young and they get out here like this, man, they didn't have no father. They don't have any discipline, no structure. They don't see anything because they're influenced by the streets. The streets are raising these kids. Just mama's at work all the damn time. She don't have time to watch them. She got to provide for the child and her. And a lot of these mothers who do this live in the ghetto. They live in the trenches. They live in these treacherous environments, and the kids are they're at mercy. The kids are being at fault right now. The kids are not having a 2-parent, a dual-parent household, and they're struggling. They don't have that father figure in their life. And that's why so many of them are dead or in jail right now behind this. and this man is a killer, and people are praising this satanic song right here. This is some of the worst shit right here. This is how psycho people is. He was well dark. He described a childhood of he was inspired by a fascination with Chris Brown and Michael Jackson. You know, he had a run in Florida. You know, he had the song "Murder My Mind" that dropped in 2017. It's a piano style SoundCloud. He's from the SoundCloud era. You know, well, you know, everybody was blowing up on SoundCloud at the time. Lil Yachty, you know, Lil Uzi Vert, you know, Bryson Tiller at one point blew off out there. You know, Ski Mask, Slump God, and XXXTentacion, you know, those guys blew up out that SoundCloud. That SoundCloud era birthed a lot of rappers. You know, it definitely, you know, conjured up a lot of rappers. It definitely gave birth to a whole different generation of rappers right there. That was the last breed of good rappers from SoundCloud era. From that you know, SoundCloud era, you know, provided a lot of great artists. You know, I don't know a lot of people are heavy on it now, but it provided us some vital artists right now. Some artists that still, you know, big dogs in the game right now. Well, he did Young Niggas World. He said unless he's on TV or somewhere else, he can't cuss. Then he did Young New Wave. His longtime friends Anthony Williams, YNW Sack Chaser, Chris Thomas Jr., YNW Juvie, and Cortland Henry, YNW Bortland. Melly's troubles with the court system continued. Man, this song is just so gore. So Melly's troubles with the court system continued. The details aren't entirely clear, but on April 15, 2017, posted on Facebook that he was in his own destination. He apologized to his fans. Level 6 program for 6 months and was sentenced to his 18th birthday due to the negative music. He said the prosecutors in 2019 interview used murder on his mind against him. He said he was on probation in 2017 in about 7 months and out of jail at the point. He said he went to jail 6 or 7 times in 2017, so he been had run-ins with the law. This man is a jailbird, I would like to call it. Somebody who loves being in the system, you know, getting street cred. You know, this is what happens being about their life. These are the consequences for your actions, for being about this life right here. This is some fucked up shit. His hit career goes on despite the legal issues. He signed with a manager and Collect Call. He did an EP with Kodak Black, older brother of John Wicks in Northern Cali. And then he did a song with Lil B. Melly gets out of jail again February 25th, 2018. So his career just going up from here. You know, he's gone in, and then Melly returns to jail in 2018, June 30th, 2018. Police records show that Melly was in Lee County, Florida on June 30th, 2018 for one count of possession of a weapon, convicted by a felon, 20 grams of weed. Fellow rapper Cortland Henry, aka YNW Bortland, was arrested here too. And weapon charge beyond a reasonable doubt, downgraded drug charge to misdemeanors. All his friends, okay. So October 26th, YNW Juvie, aka 19, Christopher Thompson Jr., Sack Chaser, and aka 21-year-old Anthony Williams was shot and killed him in Miramar, Florida. Police say the two were last seen 3:20 a.m. Eastern in Fort Lauderdale, arriving at Memorial Hospital around 4:35 a.m. Multiple gunshots. A police spokesperson said they were dead already. Melly mourned on his social media account. They took my brothers from me over jealousy, he wrote. Melly added, the killers, we want to see him break down and stop or in the jail or box, break him down. Official document for the so they're saying he rode around with the dead bodies. So he rode around with the dead bodies, they're saying, for an hour and a half before they get him to the hospital. He staged the shooting as a drive-by. If he's guilty, this is some sicko shit right there. For him to kill his so-called friends. And this is the wrong thing about the trenches. They say you gotta have some street smarts, and you know you gotta be witty, you gotta be in the streets, you know, because you know the streets don't love nobody. But I'm thinking if people had so much street smarts and so much street sense, they would know not to even get in the streets in the first damn place. and not even put themselves in this situation right here. You know, Wanda Miller, he was going on the way top. I mean, he was going on his way. He had a fan base. He had the personality. This is some sicko shit. He hasn't been to trial yet. He said he's pleading his innocence with all the rapper buddies, his rap buddies. You know, it's still, you know, on the side. I know the money's drying up. He can't perform. He's behind his fence. I don't know if the streaming numbers is doing well. I don't know how much the label gave him that advance when he sang. So I just want to know where the money coming from. How is he affording his lawyers and his attorneys and these court fees for him to live like back there? You know, how is he putting commissary on his books? You know, he been in jail, prison, damn near 5 years. This is the longest trial I've ever seen right here. This shit right here. Melly is arrested again in Lee County in connection with the June 2018 charges. In his mugshot, you can see him smiling, pleading not guilty, putting paraphernalia, and weed. Jail time. So this man has a long arrest history right here. So they were saying that his lawyer, the prosecutor saying it was a wrongful death suit. You know, they was trying to extort him. They was trying to, you know, they were saying they did it out of passion. They were trying to extort him. And so that's why YNW Melly killed his two friends. Well, my thing is, you know, why would you ride around with the dead bodies? Why would you lie and say, you know, it was a shootout? That is something his legal team will have to provide, and that's some evidence he will have to show for that. Why would you ride around with these bodies? If for him to do something like this, why don't him and his mans to ride around with dead bodies in the car? That's some fucked up shit, man. I mean, they got his phone records, they got towers. I mean, they got a whole lot of shit on him, man. It don't look good. I think he's getting a death penalty. And if he's guilty, he should. And if he's guilty for this, he should, man. Because what legs does he have to stand on this? You know, what legs? He been in jail. The money drying up. They're dragging this out as possible. I mean, I don't understand how, though. I thought you had your right to a speedy trial as your amendment. And, you know, you're just pissing it all away right now. For being a street nigga, being a real nigga. And these are the consequences right here. So many people can realize that the streets don't love you, though. These fake ass homeboys you're running with, doing crime with, they don't love you. The people that love you the most will kill you. The streets doesn't have any love. They say La Familia, they say join this gang, and then they whack you and turn around and whack you or some shit. This is some demonic behavior. This is disturbing. This is some sick behavior right here, man. Got to be some type of sicko. I just look at it some OJ shit. If you ain't did it, who did do it then? The attorneys also with this case right here, they're trying to rule him the death penalty. Prosecutors noted that they might seek the death penalty after Melly was charged in 2019. During the previous trial, Judge Andrew signaled ruled the prosecutor could not seek the death penalty because they weren't able to provide his attorney with a notice was violated. State was able to ruling by Florida District Court of Appeal declared Wednesday that the judge decision was incorrect. Prosecutors might get the death penalty right now. Woo! This is getting real right now. Ruling YW Melly might be sentenced to death if found guilty. It won't happen to the Florida Supreme Court ruling this case into recent rulings. Melly's lawyer Philip Orez stated that he and his client were not happy with the ruling, but they are waiting for a chance to defend his position before justice is delivered. Melly, whose legal name is Jamil Demons, first-degree murder, killed two of their friends, Sack Chaser and Judy. But they lost his life. Oh, man. And then this is what he wrote on his Instagram. He said, "No, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I'm turning myself in today. A couple of months ago, I lost my two brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice. A lot of rumors and lies are being said. No word, God is with me, my brother, YNW Moreland, and we want y'all to remember it's YNW family. I love you, YNW Melly." The trial was planned for April, but was canceled. The lawyers applied a speedy trial demand, which could have started the case within 60 days. Laid because of the dispute over the death penalty. This is fucked up. And according to YNW Melly's attorney, the state filed the district laws on how to warn the defendants on how they would seek the death penalty. Judge Signal Joint Melly's attorney said the prosecutor forfeited the opportunity to seek death. Say their ruling was incorrect. Judge Siegel accepted their ruling and responded to legal questioning and halted the case until the state peers could rule on it. The District Court of Appeals cited the prosecutor on Wednesday, and while writing to the appeals court, Judge Spencer Davis said, "We find the state complied with its statutory obligations with notice and teeth. The fact the state filed a superseding indictment required a second arrangement does not vitiate already filed timely notice of intent. Notice is here." So basically, they're just trying to find the death penalty at this point. You know, the shit has hit the fan. They're trying to right now make sure his motherfucker never see the light of day. I don't believe his lawyer have a good enough offense. His offense attorney or his team. I don't know unless some rappers are paying for his lawyers. I don't hear about rappers talking about him anymore. I mean, they're T Grizzly and them are saying he's innocent, but I don't believe it. They're seeking the death penalty. I don't see how he's gonna stop this shit. I don't see how is he gonna beat this case unless it's a miraculous miracle or some type of reasonable doubt. But they got so much a pile of evidence on him, man. He's the one trying to goddamn, trying to goddamn delay this shit, I believe, because they already ready to go to trial. The prosecutors in them. The prosecutors already ready to go to trial because they trying to wrap this shit up as possible to get your ass in prison so they can ship you down the road, ship your ass up the road. So apparently they're the ones stalling because they don't have enough evidence and a strong enough case to beat this in court. And then if he go to court, he's going to definitely get the death penalty. So if I was him, he should take the plea deal. That's what it's like. Take the plea deal and just take life in prison, 25 to life, and try to get it appealed. That's the best thing he can do right now because it's over. There's no way. Wyandotte Melly ain't coming home. Stop believing the rumors. He ain't. His ass is in prison. Him and TK are going to die in prison. Die. They're murderers and they deserve to be in prison. They are a menace to society. They are terrorists to the community. Lock these black bastards up so they can stop killing innocent men. That's what we need to do. Lock these bastards up. Teach your kids not to kill other people's kids, goddammit. And not to terrorize and harm the damn community. So we won't be having these uncivilized cockroaches out here. Hey man, if you learned something, like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.